Okay, listen to this crazy story. It is 100% true. I'm not lying about this, okay? It's gonna sound crazy, but it 100% happened to us. So, when me, my mama, and my baby brother lived in Rochester, Minnesota, we lived in this apartment building, and it was an entity, like a demon, in the apartment that looked like me. I know. Imagine me being the person, right? So what had happened was, we lived in this apartment building, and my mama rule when it came to going out for me was my curfew's 11 o'clock. If you cannot make it back in this house by 11 o'clock, wherever you are, make sure you can spend the night there. Because if you're going to blatantly disrespect me by not following my house rules, then you won't be in my house. And as an adult, okay, even as a kid, I said, well, I just won't come in. So anytime I wasn't in my room, my door was open. Because what do I need to close for? Ain't nothing in there. But when I'm there, my door is closed. And so one night, I'm out because I knew I wasn't coming back. And I told my mama, I'm going out. She was like, I already know. I packed my little spend of the night bag. And I was in the streets. So my baby brother slept in my room. So that means the door is closed because it's not me in there. But it is a human being in there. And so we call my baby brother Foots. His real name is Larry, though. But, so Foots is in my room and the door is closed. Supposedly.
I'm curious, where did he get the nickname Foots from? That's a weird nickname. I never heard of a nickname like that before. Like,
That's what my mom said. I come in the house at like maybe 10:30 in the morning, 11 o'clock, because you could come back home. You just can't come home after the curfew in the middle of the night. You just have to wait till the next day, daytime, to come home. So I'm coming home with my bag, and my mama's sitting on the couch. I said, what I do? I already knew I did something. She was like, what I tell you about coming in this house after the curfew and then coming in my room messing with shit on my dresser? I said, I wasn't here last night. She was like, Michelle, yes, you was. You was in my room looking for something. I don't even know what you was looking for. I said, here is my bag. I said, do you want me to call the people who I was with last night? They will tell you I was with them at their house last night. She was like, call them. Because I don't. So me and my baby brother always pranked my mama. We just thought it was so funny. We just thought, I don't know, just being kids, I guess. So she like, between you and Foots, I don't trust y'all. You could have been staying out to try to do this prank on me. And she not wrong. It's something I would do, but it wasn't me. So I called my friend, hey, wasn't I with you last night? All last night. She's like, yeah, you were. And my mom was like, I said, why you say I came home? She said, girl, because you came in my bedroom, like kind of slid in. You didn't open the door. You cracked the door. You slid into the room, and you was kind of just patting around on a dresser, not looking up, but just patting on top of things, like just patting on a dresser. And then when I said, like, girl, what do you want? You just turned around and left. She was like, I didn't even see your face. I knew it was you because it looked like from when you walked in, it looked like you, and you just walked out. I said, Mama, that wasn't me. That was not me. I was not here. So I'm like, Foots, did I come in the room last night? He was like, no, you was gone all night. I said, exactly. She was like, well, that's strange. Well, I don't know, because it sounds like y'all not trying to run no prank on me. I said, we're really not trying to run no prank. So a couple of months passed, and it happened again, but I was home. So me and my baby brother was in my room chilling. We fall asleep in my room. My room door is closed because I'm in the room. So it was like in the middle of the night. It had to be like 1 a.m. I heard my mama come in my room, but I didn't wake up because she just like cracked the door. But she didn't like come in, but I heard her crack the door. And so I'm like, whatever, like if she needs something, she'll wake me up. So, I'm still asleep. She go back in her room. She come back in the room, maybe an hour or so later. And she was like, Michelle. And this me, I'm deep sleep now. Deep waking up ugly, like, what? She was like, you wasn't just in my room? I'm like, no, I was not in your room. She said, girl, when I say I just seen something that looked just like you doing the same thing, then when you wasn't here that night, just touching around on my dresser, slid in the room, you didn't.
Listen, I keep trying to tell y'all that demons are real, just like angels are real. But we spend time being afraid of them. For whatever reason, I don't get it. Especially when God has given us the authority. And it says that in the scriptures. Christian scriptures. Demons are real, bro. I know they real.
Open the door, whatever it was. I said, stop saying it's me. She said, whatever it was, it don't open the door all the way. It just cracked the door a little bit. It just slides in the room and you just start patting and looking on my dresser. And she said, but this time, when I said, Michelle, what the hell are you looking for on my dresser? She said it turned around and said nothing and just walked out. And she was like, and that's why I came over to your room, because there is no way you can walk out my room. And it's not like a big apartment. It was like a short hallway between her room and my room. And she like, there was no way you could have ran back in here, jumped in the bed and act like you was asleep. If it was you. I said, I'm telling you, it was not me. It wasn't me. And so she was like, okay, we gonna go to church. So Rochester only had like one church that I knew of. And everybody went to the same church, but the church was really lame. So
y'all just decided to go to church? Okay.
Be on and off going to the church. So my mom like, we going to the church because we need somebody up in here to start praying for real. Because maybe my prayers ain't getting through. Or whatever. So the priest or the pastor of the church, he come with a couple of other people from the church. And he's like, as soon as he walked in, he was like, yeah, it's definitely something in here. But what's in here is kind of sneaky. Like, I can sense it. It's like, I can feel it. That it's in here, but it's like hiding. Really.
I think she downplaying how she felt.
Good. And I don't know where it's hiding. But it's like strong and weak at the same time. And so he like, I need all the kids to get out. Get out. I'm trying to see too. I'm trying to see what's going on around here. Because it's me. Why you using me? Right? So we go out in the hallway. We were supposed to leave out of the building. But we so damn nosy. So we go outside and we just hear rack. And so next minute we know, it like a bunch of ruckus is going on in the house. Then it just get quiet. Y'all, my hair is crazy. Look at this. Sorry. Then it just gets quiet. And the pastor was like, hold on, no. It's not gone. It's still in here. And we like, what? And so next minute we know, again, a lot of ruckus. The door flies open. The front door flies open. And it's like a gush of wind. No lie. If I'm lying, I am flying, y'all. I'm not lying. Next minute we know we have the apartment that we stayed in, it was like a storage room right across the hall from us. Like,
I don't know about this. First, I was thinking it was scripted after a while. Now, I don't think it's scripted. I think she's actually telling the story, but I don't know if she's adding to it, man. Y'all leave a comment. Y'all tell me what you think. I don't know about this. I don't know, but she believable though, man. Like, I believe you. Like, something made me be like, she telling the truth. Man.
This. And it was always locked because, as y'all know, my mama moved a lot. So we didn't really accumulate too much stuff. We just lived off whatever we needed. And so the storage room was right across the way from our apartment. And so when the door flinged open, my mama like, yeah, it's gone now for sure. And so the pastor, he's just walking through the house to do like a final whatever. And he's like, yeah, it's not in here, but it is still here. And my mom was like, what? Like, why would the door fly open? If he was like, I don't know where it is now. I don't think it's in your apartment. I don't think it's in these four walls, but it's still in here because I can sense it. The pastor again say, kids, y'all need to get out of the apartment building. Y'all need to go outside and stand on the front, like on the pavement, like out of the building. And so we did leave the building, but we went and stood like on the back side of the apartment building where we can still kind of see, kind of hear what's going on. So as we're listening to what's going on, the pastor was like, it's in that storage room. The storage room's locked. We've never opened the storage room. We never removed the key from the storage room. He said it's in the storage room. And I think what's been happening is that people have probably came and prayed, and it goes out in the storage room and people don't sense it in the house anymore. And so they think that it's gone, and it's not. It's hiding. Just like it was hiding somewhere in here, It could have never been hiding in here. It could have always been in the storage room. Okay. So, I'm going to make a part 2 to finish it up. Okay, this part 2 of the demon that was in our apartment in Rochester that was looking like me. So, the pastor cast the demon out of the house. So, the door opens up, you feel the wind, you feel everything leaves the house. So, the pastor tell the kids, y'all need to go out the building because this is serious. Like, y'all can't be around because y'all are like sensitive humans. Like, it can...
The pastor tells the kid. First, it was the pastor telling you and y'all the kids. Now it's the pastor tell the kids. Okay. But for the sake of the story, I'm going to let you finish, young lady. Go ahead.
Attached to y'all. We hard-headed. We still close enough to kind of see, kind of hear what's going on in the apartment. So we lived upstairs, but it was like the echo in the apartment. You can hear what's going on downstairs outside. So we listen closely. And the pastor, like, the demon or entity that was in your apartment, we had a storage room door on the other side of our apartment like this. We never unlocked. When he cast it out of the house, it went into the storage room. The pastor said when he came in, he can sense that the demon was hiding somewhere. And he thought like somewhere in the house. But the whole time he said he think that it's been in the storage room. That's where it hides. So when people come, like pastors and all that stuff, it does technically get out of the house. So the praying and stuff isn't necessarily affecting it because it's hiding in the storage room. So he's like, he even told my mama, he was like, honestly, I may need you to leave because if it's this clever, this is either something that's been around here a long time or something. But I need everybody that did not come with me from the church. I need y'all outside. When I say that man and them people got to war with this thing, never unlock the storage room. It stayed locked. And he said, I'm not gonna come in there and get you. But you coming out. And they just got to praying. When I say that thing ripped the hinges off of the storage room, and it sound like, I don't know if y'all ever been around a bunch of elementary school kids coming down the stairs. How it's just like, pat, 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 pat. Just a bunch of little feet, like running at one time, coming down. That's what it sound like. That thing ripped out of that damn storage room. Boom! And it sounds like a whole bunch of people was running down the stairs, like out of the building. And so the pastor...
Okay. I believe part of that. I think I believe the part. I think I believe that part. And I'm not even being plain because there is a scripture, there's a story in the Bible where Jesus cast out the demon out of the boy and it goes into the pigs. But before it goes, I guess he talks to it and they said, and he says, who are you? And they said, they're legion, for there are many. They are many. Just thought about that right there. But I'm trying to figure, why do y'all go ahead and do this warring? Why do y'all say y'all warring? Why do I hear Christians say that? Why do y'all say you're warring when Jesus has already warred? And I didn't see him doing half the stuff that y'all be dealing with these demons be doing. He was just standing there when I read it in the book. I was reading the book. I read the book. He just stand there and he told them, get out. And they go. And you are like Jesus, because that's also in the book. It says y'all like Jesus, like Christians are like Jesus. So why are y'all warring? None of y'all can answer that question. Yeah, y'all give me all these excuses. I don't want to hear your excuses. Come on, let's go.
Put like salt or something down. I mean, we was really like scared at that point. So we really did move away. So I'm not sure what the salt did. I think probably stopped it from coming back in. I'm not sure. But when it was said and done, because everybody in the building heard it, it was just like a threeplex. And so it was us at the top and two people below us, like basement apartments. And so the people in the basement apartments was like, it's so crazy that it was actually something in that apartment, because before y'all moved in, the people that lived up there we think they was doing some type of voodoo or whatever, or maybe the people before them. We don't know who brought it in. But even when people was not home, because she said at one point it was just a single woman living up there. And she would go to work every day from 9 to 5. And from 9 to 5, she said she would hear people talking in that apartment. She would hear people walking around. And it's me. Now, you've been knowing us for at least a solid 4 months. And you never thought to tell us that. And I'm still wondering why the hell was it disguised as me? That was the mind-blowing part of the story. But yeah, that thing, I still don't know what it is to this day. But thank God it was gone. But that was like one of the, we low-key, not always, but we lived in a couple of like spooky houses or whatever. But
ooh, that gave me the chills a little bit. But they run for me. I don't know. Listen, I don't get scared of no demons, bro. Y'all love watching these movies and y'all think that, and I love watching scary movies too. But I don't get scared of that stuff, bro. For whatever reason, I don't. Maybe I'm just like too much leaned in, but I've always looked at. I said Jesus said to them, "Go," and they jumped and they ran. Don't tell me I'm not like. Don't tell him I'm not like him. Hey guys, I know it says it right there. I'm like him. Like, subscribe, follow more content. I'll see you in the next video. Out.